Hello, I'm back. Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a December TBR. So we'll see how it goes. Usually I just pick things and read them, but maybe this will help me read more. I already have a lot that I'm reading, so most of this month is probably going to be just me trying to finish desperately the things I'm already reading. So I think we're just gonna get right to it. Yeah, my giant shelf of TBR books is staring me down right now, so we're gonna head over there. I'm back. I have looked through books, a many. Like I said, there's a lot of books that I didn't finish in November that I will probably just transfer over to December. I don't plan on finishing them all in December, but I will be reading them in December. So this one I've been working on a while. This one, The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. I've been on this, I want to say a month, and it's going so slow. I want to finish it in December. Will I? Who knows? So we're gonna be working on this. It's a mystery book from Victorian era. I really like Mr. Fairley. He's such a character. He's so crotchety, so antisocial, and just, my constitution, I can't deal, leave me be. My constitution can't handle this. He's literally a male Mrs. Bennet, if I were to sum it up. My nerves. I love when we get to see him. I'm sure he's not someone I would like in real life, but I think it's hilarious to read about him. Really just entertaining book. I think I've said before, I'm not usually entertained by classics, but this one's really good. Gonna try to get through it. Next, I have this book that I started reading, really liked, haven't kept up with it. I've just been fully engrossed in Woman in White. It is The Other Queen by Philippa Gregory. This is my first Philippa Gregory book, surprisingly, since I like historical fiction so much. I like it. I haven't really read too much into it, but it seems pretty historically accurate, which I'm addicted to that shit. I think I've made some annotations. I really just want to get through it. I don't have much to say on it because I've only read, how much of it? I think like 11 pages. Okay, never mind, 16, good job. I know there's, I think Bess of Hardwick is in this, and I don't know much about her character or her as a person. I know her name, she's a figure I haven't studied much. I hope that I get to this. I started it and I don't think I've read it since, I want to say October I started it, and it's just kind of been sitting on the shelf. Good stuff. I haven't read a Tudor historical fiction or history book in a minute. It's been a minute. Next, we have a nonfiction actually, which there's a couple nonfiction on this TBR pile we have. This one is by Alison Weir, and I've read Mary Queen of Scots and the Murder of Lord Darnley by her before, which was really good. I'm excited for this book because I don't know much about the topic. The Wars of the Roses by Alison Weir. If I'm honest, I started it. I did start it. I started it. I've actually tabbed quite a bit for having just started. I don't think you could. Okay, there. It astounds me that I am so engrossed in Tudor history and I don't know anything about the Wars of the Roses. It makes me feel like I've failed. That is why we have this. I know that Dan Jones, I think, has one. I chose Allison because I trust her. The other book that I read by Dan Jones I think is Crusaders. I don't remember it, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think I tabbed it at all. I don't remember anything. The Crusades is something I don't retain. It's something that I read it and then it doesn't stick. I don't know why that is. I really don't. I love medieval history. I love murder. I love military history. I couldn't tell you why I can't seem to remember anything about the Crusades. Back to the book. Like I said, I like military history, so this is really interesting to me. Also, the fact that I don't know anything about the whole civil war, basically, that happened to cause the Tudor ascension to the throne. I'm really excited to learn. I think it's about Richard III. Really excited about that. I know there's a movie that just came out about him, sort of, how he was found, his body was found. Haven't seen it yet, really want to see it. So that's another one. Next one is a chunker. It is Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. I have not read Game of Thrones yet. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily that I'm reading this first. I think it's probably actually good. It is very thorough. I really like how it's written to be, it almost reminds me of Plutarch or Suetonius, how they documented history. It really does remind me, because it's supposed to be written by a maester, so it really does remind me of the primary sources and historical writings that I've read during my undergrad. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the research that George did on how they wrote about things and combined sort of writing styles from that. We get some of Plutarch's writing style with military deeds and events that occurred during wars with Targaryens and other houses. And I think we get Suetonius, the Suetonius aspect with just the little tidbits of information, personal information about the Targaryens, so the drama, the rumors, just the good stuff. I like Suetonius better than Plutarch. Don't kill me. This, I think I started this, I want to say September. It's bad. I've been reading a lot of these books for a long time. Anyway, moving on. I've been listening to this book on audiobook, and it's not bad, actually. I was really excited to read it when it came out, and for some reason I didn't think it was gonna be really good. I don't know why. I don't know why I would get a book that I didn't think was gonna be really good, but it's actually been pretty good. I like so far how they portrayed Joan. Obviously, it's a lot of creative liberties were taken. As far as I know, it's not. As far as I've read, it's not super historically accurate from what I know. It is Joan, Catherine Chen. This came out a while ago. This came out a while ago, and I haven't read it yet, and it's been sitting there. Like most of my books. I love Joan. I'm gonna say it, I love Joan of Arc. I have a sweatshirt with her on it. She's just fabulous. I tried to read a book about her in my undergrad, and I'm gonna be honest, it was really bad. I've been looking for a book ever since that talks about Joan that is a good book. So when I saw that this was a historical fiction, I immediately got it. I'm just addicted to historical fiction. There's a good reason for it. I am about maybe 10% of the way through this book on audiobook. They chose to portray Joan as a tomboy, as a rebel. I don't necessarily remember her being that when I read historical sources about her. If I remember correctly, she was a really pious girl and a good girl, you know, known in the town for always being very close to God and praying and, you know, talking about God and just being very religious and always getting her chores done and stuff like that. In this book, she's very much the rebel. She very much plays the rebel part that I think is very easy to see her as later in her life, being the rebel and being really hardcore and leading armies into battle. I don't necessarily think that's super historically accurate, but it's a good story. I'm really enjoying how they portray her so far. I can accept it's not historically accurate. That's fine. It's okay for this one. She has, I don't know if she had any siblings in real life, can't remember, but she has a lot of siblings in this one. Really bad family situation that she has kind of grown to be really hardened out of that, and I think that will probably play into later on when she starts leading armies. This is the backstory for how she plays the part of a warrior so much in her later life. This one is the next one on the TBR. Last one, finally. I just got this book. Really excited. I have an obsession. It's not an obsession. It's a very strong interest. I don't know a lot about World War II. It's something I have not studied much. I took one class about World War II, and it was about Nazi medical ethics. Just found it so interesting. I never used to really like the 1900s, but now I'm more open to it. I really do like World War II, I would say. It's my favorite World War, if I had to pick one. This book is called KL. It's by Nikolaus Bachmann. It is about Nazi concentration camps. Really dark subject, really interesting looking book. There's pictures, not gonna show the pictures. A really in-depth nonfiction book about Nazi concentration camps. It looks like all aspects of it. I'm really excited to read this. I usually don't read books right after I get them, but I think I'm gonna start this one. It's really long. That's okay. It seems like it has a really good narrative. I hope it's not gonna be textbook style. I think it sort of, the author tries to make it interesting for you, even though it's already by default an interesting subject to me. I don't think I'm gonna finish this month, but never say never. That is the stack. We've got 6 books. Maybe if I concentrate really hard. That's about it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Have a good life. See you later. Bye!